Greetings, y'all. It's Matt from the Green Arcade, back playing some more Farming Simulator 17. We're back at the huge Mustang Valley Ranch farm here. We're continuing our soybean harvest, and we're going to try to get these soybeans in. We've got, let's see, we've got 333,000 in the silo. I'm kind of curious to see how much we can get in there, but look at that price, $32.58. Man, and it's still going up. So we probably won't be able to see how much we can get in the silo. I may have to do like a big wheat harvest or corn harvest or something like that to see what the max capacity is. There might not be one. But that price though, over 3,000 for soybeans, anytime it goes over 3,000, I'm interested. So hopefully we can get all this harvested by the time that stops going up. We got field 3 and field 5 to harvest. We already did one, and I've already got it replanted. I think I've got canola in it now. And like I said, we need to finish 3 and 5, get the soybeans out, because I really want to sell them. At that price, $32.59 and going up, yeah, I'd sell them right now if it stopped there. So anyway, here's our other combine. It should be, I've kind of got this process now where I don't have to follow along with them. If I can line it up just right, they should stop and fill it up right when they get to the end. Now, this is not possible with the higher yield crops, only with soybean and maybe canola. And it all has to do with the capacity of these combines too. These are the highest capacity ones. You probably wouldn't be able to do this on a lot of crops with the anything less than a New Holland CR 1090. But that's why I chose these. These have the highest capacity, and they're the fastest combines. Plus you can detach the head and tow it behind you when you're ready to go. So now I'm going to jump over here, start this back up, and what I've been doing is just going with them long enough just to get them unloaded, and then I'll drive on down to the end of the field down there. Get up beside them here and just get them offloaded, to where their tank's not full anymore. Just like so. So we started American Outback again. We've got that map rolling again. And looking forward to getting some stuff done there. It's just a couple counties over from Mustang Valley. I gotta say, I think I like Mustang Valley better. I don't mean to sound, like I'm not, happy with American Outback, because it's an okay map. It's got a lot of broken stuff. The bridge is broken over there that runs diagonal across the lake or river, whatever you want to call it. The railroad tracks, they need railroad crossings. I mean, they've just got the rails sitting on the asphalt, and if you ever pull one of these headers with a combine over it, you get stuck every time, and you have to get unstuck. And alright, actually what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to go ahead and offload it in the semis I've got down here, and hopefully have enough time to come back and meet it at the end of the field. So we're kind of in a rush here to get the soybeans in, because I want to get them sold. My big goal is field 2 now, I think. That's a humongous field. I may have to bring in some help. If you guys want to come in and help, and you ever see me online, just look for the Grain Arcade. I'll be in the US section of the online playing. You can't miss it. It's just the Grain Arcade. I think it's all lowercase letters. Let me fill up this one first. I mean, I'm open to buying more equipment if I need to, but definitely will probably need some help on these bigger fields. So I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about getting into animals on this map. Haven't decided yet. Whoa, what's going on? Look at this. What is going on here? Is it my pipe doing that? I think it is. It's my pipe doing that? It's making my back end move around. I guess it was down in there, and it was up against the grain in there, so it started pushing it. That was bizarre. Let me see if I can get it to do it again. Yeah, look at it. It's pushing it. Too much pressure or something. Need to pay attention to that next time. Alright, can I make it down here? Oh yeah, he's not quite here yet. I may just run along with it here. Or maybe not. I'll just bring it down here. Kinda gotta get a feel for where it should be at here. I kinda made a mental image of where the pipe will probably be. And I learned if I get my back wheel just on the edge of the outside of the crop here, it should offload. Make sure that looks straight. Looks pretty straight to me. There's the other one. So they get about maybe close to 8,000 per pass here on the soybeans, and they are fertilized. So, but again, soybean. I think soybeans are the lowest yield now, because I want to say that canola is higher yield than the soybeans are, and I don't understand that because I think the canola, the rapeseed, is actually smaller than the soybeans. But maybe there's more on a plant for canola. Yeah, see, that's another problem I knew I might run into. I might block the combine from actually finishing here, so just kind of judge where it's at and try to meet up with it here. And that one's already going. Oh, it's not blocked now. It should be able to go. Yeah, there it goes. Alright, let me go get this other one now. Gotta tell you, I'm really getting into the old stream. We started doing that map, and it's not a big map. It's one of the small maps. I'm kind of getting into it. I like the challenge, I guess, of the small map, because, you know, a lot of it you have to do manual, and, you know, with the big maps you just hire them out and put on your cruise control like this and just go. You really don't have to do anything. You're just going until you get the crop done. You do have to stay straight and everything, but with the old stream, I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that I'm using the different equipment, the smaller combines, the smaller tractors, and got smaller fields, maybe more obstacles. I don't know. But going full speed on that map, trying to. I think it'll come out on Sunday. Alright, now I can do this all the way to the end, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the end. And you can kind of see the lines in the field where you're at. If you can stay with those lines, this is where GPS would come in very handy. But if you can stay with these lines in the field, they go straight. Just stay in the same position that you're in. It should work. Alright. Let me move some trucks here. See, we finished planting with the big planter here that we got. Got the Case Quad Track, and that's all planted and will be harvested at some point, I guess. Get maybe one of these trucks. I'm gonna take these down to field 3. Or at least one of them anyway. Glad there ain't no traffic. Oh, they got sugar beets over there? Oh my gosh. They got sugar beets in field 4. I feel sorry for that farmer. I wonder how many sugar beet harvesters it would take to span the width of field 4. That would be insane to have that many. And field 4, you know, it's so long, so is field 2. They're about the same. Well, they are the same length. You would have to split those up into quarters. You'd have to do 25, 25, 25, and 25. Right now with field 1, and this is only on soybean and canola, I can get away with splitting it in half. Field 1, if I did wheat, I'd probably have to do thirds, maybe quarters. Bring this over here. And I can just pull straight out right here. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Put your pipe out. See, on these soybeans, they kind of lurch forward. Some of the crops, you know, they stop when they get to the end, but this one lurches forward about, 10 feet maybe. Maybe a little more, 15 feet. So you have to put the back wheel on the outside. Alright, now I want to see where these turn around at. Go to the other one. Because it looks like this might be the last pass when they come back. Looks like there's maybe 1.5 more there. Yeah, this will be okay. This will be this one's last pass, and I'll let that other one come back down and get that little bit there. All right, let me get my auger wagon, my handy dandy auger wagon here, and we will get these soybeans in. And I'm pretty sure I planted soybeans down there. Yeah, it looks like it. Man, if we had field 2, it would be insane the amount of yield we'd be getting in. I'm going to go down to the end of the field here and check that price again. Make sure it's still going up. Cost of living is high and going up. That's true. Kind of funny, I saw a thing the other day, you know, we had July 4th, and, you know, they had a unfair, the whole spark of it was they had the unjust taxation, still can't say it, taxation, there we go, without representation. I want to say they had like a 3% tax that, I saw something, they said 3% tax that, you know, they didn't have, it was unjust. And today, our government wants 35% taxes from us, or they're wanting to do that. And, you know, we say, yeah, that's okay. You know, we don't do nothing. I mean, 3%, you know, back then was probably, you know, a big something. And, you know, they kept coming up with more taxes, and but today, you know, we just kind of let it slide. But, I mean, at least it's going back into something, you know, it's going back into streets and parks and community stuff. Back then, it just went back to the king. Who was it? King George? Yeah, that was it. King George. History lesson, guys, with the Grain Arcade. Gonna have a history lesson at the Grain Arcade. If I ever get to try where it sounds like I'm teaching, just ignore most of it because it's probably wrong. Yeah, unless it's about food. Now, if I tell you something about food, take it and believe it and, you know, live by it because it's probably true. I know foods, especially the good kind. Come on, Combine, hurry up. I'm probably going to have to stop this one temporarily. Or turn it around and start it on the way back down and let this one turn around and get just a little bit. That's probably what I'll do. Because this one's going to finish before that one does. We need to name our people. You know, the hired workers. We need to name them. They need names. I mean, this is just blonde girl with a blue shirt right now, but we need to give them names. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let it turn around and just gonna start it right here. And it shouldn't fill up with this little pass here before I get to it. I may be too far out with this one. Far out. Maybe it'll trigger. Maybe it's enough. Here we go. We got it. Prices. Still going up. $32.72 now. As long as it's got a green arrow on it, I'm happy. You know, I've noticed we never can really keep anything in the silos here because we're always hitting high prices or great demands, and we never can really get. I think the highest I've ever gotten was like 440,000 on soybeans, and then I sold a lot of soybeans. I had a lot of soybean harvest there. There's a long time there that I didn't record anything. Go ahead and offload. I'm going to do this again, see if it does it again. Stick my pipe down in there. No, it's not doing it now. I'm going to push it down in there. Yeah, there it goes. See my back end sliding around. So always have your pipe up. This one's going to be full. Move on to the next one. And you know, I discovered on American Outback, if you guys watched it, I don't know if you caught it or not, but let me move this one on down to the field 3. The sell points that you can only fit 2 trucks in, you know, you drive one in and then you back another one in. I discovered that you can back some of the trailers up on the side and they will trigger. Now, whether there's a fence or an obstacle in the way there is another different story, but that'll come in handy on several maps, including Goldcrest, because so far I've only been selling just 2 trucks at a time, and it's better. The more trucks you can sell at one time while it's at that price, the better off you'll be, the more money you'll make. Because if you sell a load and then you stop, the price drops tremendously. So the more you can sell at one time, the better off you'll be. So what I'm probably going to do is, we're at the end of this episode now, I'm probably going to go ahead and finish this harvest. I'm going to go ahead and sell the soybeans when it gets to the high price. And then maybe run a few more harvests in between, because I've got some more stuff that I want to buy now. And it takes money. And to make money, you have to plant and fertilize and harvest and sell, because that's the name of the game. So when we come back, we'll have a little bit of money in the old bank account there, and maybe we'll get ready to have another harvest, or maybe we'll have a little buying party or something going on. So we'll sign off here and get this soybean in and get it sold at the high price and have a few more harvests there, and when we come back, we'll have a little money in our account. How about that? So until next time, guys, remember, you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Grain Arcade. I'll see you guys later.